Welcome back, kids. Today I'm making a big address sign. This thing is 36 inches wide, 24 inches tall. Has some neat features to it. I added a big section of textured area, which you'll see, and that turned out great. Uh, that badge that I did the last video that I did the little texture on, that really kind of opened my eyes to this texturing thing. So yeah, I really like that. It adds a real nice bit of character to the piece. So I was real happy with how this turned out. And here's a sneak peek of what it looked like. Yeah, turned out nice. Anyway, let's get to this and see how I did it. Okay, this is the address sign. We're in VCarve Pro. This is 36 inches wide, 24 inches tall, and the piece of cedar I'm using is about at an inch thick. This rectangle here is going to have some texture to it. And let me just show you. Let's go to the preview so you can see more about that. Reset and preview all. All right, yeah, now you can see that texture down there. I think that's going to be a nice touch. I haven't did a whole lot of texturing, but the last sign I did, that badge, had some texturing, not like this, but and it looked good. So kind of gave me the idea to do that with this one too. Not going to go through all of the various tool paths here because I'm going to show those on the little screenshot snippets throughout the video, so you'll know exactly what I'm running, which tool path I'm running, and which tool I'm using to do it. I've decided I'm not going to go so much into the feeds and speeds that I'm using because everybody's machine is different, and just what works on my machine may or may not work on yours. So I just feel like it's best for us each to figure that out on our own. Always start with your manufacturer's suggested feeds and speeds, which is what I do. And typically, I don't vary from that very much. Even though I could with my machine and the spindle, I could, I could really bump it up there, but normally I don't, unless I'm just really in a hurry or something, or just, you know, feeling like a daredevil. Anyway, but yeah, just figure those out for yourself, and everything else I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. So let's just get with this. Let me color it right quick so you can see what it's really going to look like when it's finished. Straighten that back up. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty. Of course, you can't see the texture in this screen rendering here, but it's there. It's under there. And I think it's going to look great. So let's get on this thing and see what we can do. All right, I've got my G-code file sent over through the Masso link. I've got it uploaded into the Masso. I've already loaded the first tool, which is the IDC Woodcraft The Hog, which is a end mill. I have my G55 set. I've already measured the Z off the top of the workpiece using the paper method. We should be ready to go. So let's get this thing going. Rewind, cycle start. We're gonna go to work. The roughing out process is still exciting to me, no matter how many times I've did it. I love seeing this where things are just starting to take shape and you're starting to see on the wood the vision you had in your head and also the one that you saw on the computer screen. Yeah, no matter how many times I do this, I still appreciate this part of the process. I just love this. Hey, if you haven't already done so, please give me a like and a subscribe would be nice too. All right, time for the 90-degree Groovy Jenny. Get her out here. All right, put that up. Okay. Time to cycle start, measure it a bit, and then what we're fixing to do is just chamfer the edges of the letters and numbers and this outer perimeter of the big pocket there. While we're watching this 90-degree groovy Jenny chamfer the edge of these letters, I just want to make sure that everybody notices this is not a profile cut. This is just the second tool in a pocket cut. The first tool was the IDC Woodcraft the Hog. And we're strictly in this area I'm calling the inside pocket, which is eventually going to be the textured area. But what the 90-degree bit is doing there now, chamfering those edges, is not a profile cut. You could do that as a profile cut, but there's no need. I just ran it as a pocket cut, used my IDC Woodcraft as the clearing bit, and then I'm using this one to make the chamfer on them. So yeah, that may save you some time and tool paths in the future. Just remember, you can use your V-bit within a pocket cut. So here it is on the edge here, just going around the perimeter, making that nice chamfered edge on there. So just thought I'd point that out. All right, time for the 1/8 inch downtown Jenny. And back to work. All right, it's time to finish off the dog. Well, that sounded bad. It's time to finish carving the dog with the 90-degree groovy Jenny. All right, get to work.
mình là vào trong một khoản yes.
All right, now we're switching over to 1/4 inch ball nose. It's a Jenny bit. First time I've ever used this bit, I believe. But this is going to be for the texture that's inside that big pocket. This texturing tool path is supposed to take, according to VCarve Pro, about 40 minutes. About 40 minutes. All right. Cleaning out all this in here. Well, we're not cleaning it out. We're texturing everything within that big rectangle. Normally, I wouldn't have used the IDC Woodcraft, the hog, for cleaning out such a big area, just because it does leave those tool marks. But since I knew I was going to be coming back with the texturing on top of it, I wasn't too worried about it. So this should cover all that up. That's my coolant flow indicator. It's just letting me know I got water running through there. The pump working. There you go. There you go. You did it. You did good. All right. How you can see here is actually cutting into the number. The reason this happened was I changed the maximum cutting depth to 0.35. It was at 0.2. I changed it to 0.35, and I didn't adjust my boundary offset around the numbers and letters, and this caused this bit to cut too close to the numbers and letters. So in order to fix this, I had to go back and just make a profile pass around the text. And I did that with a couple of bits. I used the 90-degree Groovy Genie first. And as you'll see, it did put the chamfer I wanted on there, but it left that little ridge around the base. Didn't like that. So I eventually went back with a 1/8 inch end mill and run that same profile path, and I ran it at 0.27 offset. That was my final. I think I run it at like 0.23, 0.25, and then at 0.27 until I was finally happy with uh, how it looked around the edge of those numbers and letters. Profile around the pocket here. So I'm going to go back with that 90-degree bit and just clean those up just a little bit. And I'm going to go a little deeper on the dog too. All right. Get that 90-degree Groovy Genie back on there. I'm going to do this in 2 passes. There it goes. Okay, that's the little ridge I spoke about earlier. I just came back after the 90-degree Groovy Genie and run that same profile path with the 1/8 inch downtown Genie and cleaned that right up. This sign will be freestanding out in a front yard, exposed to the elements front and back. So I'm prepping the back now for paint and polyurethane, just like I did on the front. So I'm fixing to paint this black, and then eventually, when that dries, I'll go over it with a couple coats of the spar urethane. But since I've already finished the front part of the sign, I know if I paint this and put polyurethane on it, it's going to drip down, and then the drips are going to invariably run up and under, and I'll have drips on the face of this sign. Been there, done that. Don't care to go back to that. So what I did was just, I didn't have the wider tape. I forgot to pick some up at the store a while ago. So I just run 2 widths of the 1 inch and got me a little overhang there, so that when the polyurethane does run down, it ain't getting on the front of that sign. That's my main concern right here. All right, let's paint. Damn it, boy. Who was the idiot that put that heater there? I ain't never been in this much pain and lived over it. And just think how much worse it would have been if I hadn't had on my winter shorts. Ooh. All right, that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed that. Maybe learned something. Man, it turned out perfect. That sign, it, even when I had the little trouble when I was texturing and it was cutting into my letters there, for some reason I didn't panic this time. I just like, I know how to fix this. So, because I knew what I did wrong. And that just comes with learning and practice and experience. You just learn how to overcome these things, and what used to be big monumental problems, just minor setbacks. So I like it when it happens like that. But I know there's monumental problems in my future. No word, no doubt about that, and yours too. But we'll get over it. We'll get through it and come out better on the other side. Thank y'all so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.